What if your biggest fear was the only thing standing between you and your greatest power? In a quiet little town, there was a girl who never tried anything new because she was afraid of failing. But when an unexpected challenge came her way, she was forced to confront her fear, and what she found within herself changed her life forever. Mia, a 10-year-old girl with big, curious eyes, lived in the town of Willowbrook. She was smart, kind, and creative, but she had one big problem. She was afraid to try anything new. When kids at school played sports, she stayed on the sidelines. When her teacher asked for volunteers, she shrank in her seat. The thought of failing, of making a mistake, made her stomach twist with fear. One day, her mother encouraged her to join a painting contest. "Mia, what if I mess up? What if everyone laughs? Mom, what if you discover something amazing about yourself?" Mia shook her head. She would rather not try at all than risk failing. One morning, Mia's teacher, Mrs. Lane, made an announcement. "Mrs. Lane, our school is hosting a talent show in 2 weeks. Everyone must participate. You can sing, dance, tell a story, or do anything you love." Mia's heart pounded. Participate in front of people? She raised her hand hesitantly. "Do I have to?" Mrs. Lane, "Yes, Mia. You never know what you might be good at until you try." Mia felt trapped. She didn't have a talent, and even if she did, she was sure she'd mess it up. The next day, Mia sat in the park, watching kids practice for the show. A little boy nearby was crying. His drawing had blown away in the wind. Mia rushed over, picked up the paper, and handed it back. "Here you go. Don't worry, it's not ruined." The boy sniffled. "I worked hard on it, but I made mistakes. It's ugly." Mia looked at the drawing. "Mistakes make it special. Look, you turned this smudge into a cloud. That's creative." The boy's eyes brightened. "Really? You think so?" Mia nodded. "Of course." That's when she realized something. She was good at helping others believe in themselves. At home, Mia tried different things. She tried singing but sounded like a squeaky door. She tried dancing but tripped over her own feet. She tried magic tricks, but every trick failed. "Mia, I'm terrible at everything. I should just quit." Her mother smiled. "Maybe you haven't found your superpower yet. Keep trying." Mia sighed. Superpowers weren't real, and even if they were, she definitely didn't have one. That night, Mia thought about the boy. She had made him feel better, given him confidence. Was that her superpower? She had an idea. For the talent show, she would tell a story. A story about a girl who was afraid to try, but discovered her own strength. She spent days practicing in front of the mirror, but every time she panicked. "What if I forget my words? What if they laugh?" Her mother reassured her. "Even if you make mistakes, the most important thing is that you try." The auditorium buzzed with excitement. Mia stood backstage, heart pounding. She wanted to run away. Mrs. Lane, "Remember, Mia, bravery isn't about never being afraid. It's about trying, even when you are." She took a deep breath. It was time. Mia stepped onto the stage. The bright lights blinded her. The audience stared. Her legs shook. What if she messed up? She opened her mouth to speak, but her mind went blank. A wave of panic hit. She could hear whispers. She was about to run when she remembered the little boy and his drawing. She took a deep breath and started again. "Mia, once there was a girl who was afraid to try. She thought she had no talent, but what she didn't realize was her superpower was helping others believe in themselves." The audience leaned in, listening. She continued, feeling stronger with every word. When Mia finished, the room was silent for a second. Then, applause filled the auditorium. Loud, excited claps. Her mother had tears in her eyes. Mrs. Lane smiled proudly. Mia couldn't believe it. She had done it, and it felt amazing. After the show, kids came up to Mia. "Classmate 1. That was awesome. You were so brave." "Classmate 2. Your story inspired me to try something new too." Mia grinned. She had spent so long being afraid to try that she never realized she had the power to inspire others. That was her real superpower. Mia stood outside, looking up at the stars. Mia, trying is scary, but now I know fear is just the first step towards something amazing. Her mother hugged her. And you, my dear, are truly amazing. From that day on, Mia wasn't afraid to try anymore. She knew that mistakes weren't failures. They were just part of the journey to discovering her own greatness.